sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take a family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors the next 90 minutes on this second Saturday, which is not bonus Wong. It is regular Wong because he's here on the Ron Wong. You recognize that laugh. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
I don't know. It's a little nippy today, but I'm heading straight to the deer stand after this show is over.
Well, as soon as this show's over, I'm heading to Oxford.
You're going to Oxford, and John Gordon, of course, is here. Where are you going to be later on Saturday today?
I don't know. I think I may go do a little scouting for ducks and geese after this last front, and then we've got another Arctic blast coming in
next week.
Next week that I think we're going to have really strong numbers for the first time in a while for the opening weekends.
Well, we got the man on the line with us now that has been doing this a long time, whether he's fishing, as Ron's already asking about crappie fishing, and he was out there on Thursday getting the stand ready because this is the Reelfoot Lake Zone, the 2-day hunt today and tomorrow, and who better to talk about that than our good man Billy Blakely. Good morning, Billy.
Good morning, y'all. How's everybody doing today?
We're doing great, and I know you don't mind a little cold weather and little things going on, so talk about what you expect this weekend at Reelfoot.
Well, we're sitting here in the blind as we speak, and everything's looking pretty good. We done heard a few ducks flying over, waiting on legal shooting out to get here. Everything, I believe, as many ducks I've seen all week getting everything ready. I think it's going to be a pretty good 2-day.
Well, you never really know that first 2 days. You're the only ones, I mean, that has this 2-day hunt, and I've experienced it. It's quite an amazing to see all those boats line up in the dark to head to Reelfoot. And Billy, you've been through a lot of these. You've got a full crew in your blind, I know. Does that excitement still ring just like you were a kid?
Just like when I was 10 years old doing it.
You didn't
Still just as fun. No sleep last night. Rolling around in bed.
Well, John just said, and we have finally, we had no rain in September at all. Then October was real wet, and now we're getting some fronts. So talk, John, as Billy's getting ready to hunt up there. You just mentioned that with the Arctic blast next week, this could really be a kickoff here as we get ready.
Yeah, that's right. And, we've had 2 substantial fronts already that have come through. So, I know that folks down in Texas, Louisiana have already started.
Yeah.
What they've really seen down there, we didn't really have any weather in September.
No, we didn't.
So the teal, especially the blue wings, got hung up and have just now really pushed down. So I'm expecting, Billy will see some, blue wings and green wings in big numbers today at Reelfoot.
You hope that, don't you, Billy?
I sure do. I'm ready for it.
Well, we'll talk about the preparation. A lot of folks don't. You were out in the rain on Thursday. What were you doing on Thursday? Getting ready, just to tell us what goes on in preparation.
Well, you got to rebrush your blind every year. We was out there putting brush on the cross holes and all of that, cleaning the blind out, making sure all the stoves still work, getting everything ready, putting on a few decoys.
And then
no matter what the weather is, you got to go do it.
You got
to be done.
Well, talk about what it's like in Reelfoot being this special thing, Billy. I mean, to be the only folks getting ready to hunt this weekend. You never know what it's going to be like, but have you seen birds so far this past week?
Here in the last week, I've really seen a lot of ducks coming into the lake, especially out there crappie fishing Monday.
Yeah.
A little bit of north wind was blowing, and, man, they poured in down here.
They poured in down there. So the optimism is already there. So you're looking at how many you got to shoot with you today?
We got 12 of us in the blind.
All right. You do have your son, right?
Oh, yeah. You
Okay.
can't get out of the house without him.
I want to make sure that he's there, that he's fired up like you are and everything. So limits, you think got some chances for some limits today?
Yes, sir. I think we'll be all right.
Okay, so you're set up out there. We're going to let you get back to it, and we're going to stay in touch with you on down the road of the season. Okay, Billy?
Sound good, Larry.
You shoot them
We'll
good.
have fun. Enjoy.
All right, shoot them, buddy. All right, Billy Blakely. If you're looking for a guide on Reelfoot Lake, and Ron will vouch for this, there's nobody like a morning or whatever it is with Billy Blakely, whether you're crappie fishing, cat fishing, and for sure waterfowl hunting.
Reelfoot Lake is real pretty this time of the year also. And
Yes, yeah.
It's a great place to be. A lot of good food around the lake to
Here we go. We hadn't even been 5 minutes yet.
I mean,
We're into food, Ron.
don't
get me going now, because
I'm ready to go up to Reelfoot Lake and see some of those ducks.
Well, you need to get up. This is a busy
I'll
show.
be there next month.
You will. That's right. Yeah, this is everything. We got the unit CWD. Actually, it's kind of weird to take my gun into the woods this morning on November the 9th when it's normally the November the 23rd when the rest of the state opens. But if we hunt in that unit CWD, which is where I hunt this morning in Hardeman County, Fayette County, all the surrounding counties, it starts today, November the 9th, and goes all the way through the 5th of January. It's weird. But also, besides this duck season starting there is some goose hunting, I think, that begins. I was looking in my trusty thing here, the Canada goose season in the Northwest Goose Zone, and that includes a lot of our guys. That's November the 9th and 10th. That's this weekend. Same way with the white-fronted goose. And I'm not sure what's going on in Mississippi because you live there, so I don't know.
Well, that's correct. This weekend is the last weekend of the early conservation season for Mississippi. Normally, there's really nothing, as far as white geese, and there's a few, but I expect maybe with this front that's going to hit on, Monday, there may be a lot more. But the white goose season will be open in the regular season starting on Monday on the 11th.
And you guys, I know with Ducks Unlimited, and John is, of course, part of the Ducks Unlimited family now. I've been watching those migration reports and things along that line, and we'll find out a little bit later in the show from John Devney with Delta Waterfowl out of Bismarck. He can kind of give us a little tune of what's happened in the prairies up in that area, and then we're going to talk a little CWD because today is that day, and a lot of confusion about where you take your deer, who takes your deer, does it have CWD? Should I hunt? Should I not hunt? Who better to talk about that than Chuck Yost, TWRA? He is the CWD man. We're going to be talking to him. And then, of course, I've got my Frog Talks with me all the time in my truck, and there's nobody that makes a better rain gear, I think, as far as stuff in golf bags, stuff in your fishing bag, whatever it might be. We're going to talk to Will Fowler from our good folks at Frog Talks, and then I said John Devney. And going to close out the show, and I know Ron looks forward to this, to talk to Bruce Aiken, the CEO of BASS.
Oh, yeah.
Because we lost a legend this past week.
We absolutely did.
And even though that was not my scheduled conversation with Bruce when I scheduled him, I was going to talk about Hook coming on as one of the big supporters of the Classic coming up in Birmingham. But we've got to talk to Bruce about Jerry McGinnis because, golly, he touched my life growing up in Little Rock and watching the fishing hole. And
absolutely.
Was always there. Yeah, always there for a
40-something years ago.
And read his book about his St. Louis Cardinal farmhand and played, loved the baseball team. And I guess he and Johnny Morris and some of those guys like that.
Well, and, Bill, you've seen a lot of stuff now about how Bill has been so gracious in saying that if it wasn't for Jerry McInnes,
yes,
he probably wouldn't be where he was at in the TV world today.
No, he might still be at Carondelet or someplace like that. I don't really know.
Selling furniture.
Selling furniture, like you could still be at Army Surplus. You know, I mean...
Surplus City.
A Surplus City, that's close enough. Well, no, I don't want to say an Air Force man to say Army. I'm sorry, I got kind of messed up.
Wow.
But 90 minutes today, folks, and hello to all you folks out in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. In Jackson, 101.5, and I was in Jackson last Saturday night, and what a time at the Carl Perkins Auditorium. I saw those people. I didn't know some of those performers were still alive, but when I got to stand next to Lala Brown of the Crystals, and she did the Do-Ron-Ron, and then she did Proud Mary, and I think she got a little overboard on Proud Mary, but had a great time. Thanks, all folks up there. All right. Shelby McCall taking care of us. She's got that look on her eye saying we better take a break. We're going to take our first break in the morning and come right back, and we got to talk CWD and get it out of the way. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.